So, you want to learn how to play Flesh and Blood? Well, me too. So, like any sane person, I googled it. How to play Flesh and Blood. And we get the professor's nice big grin to start us off. So he's got a nice video teaching you how to play and just the basics. Then of course there's also Flesh and Blood's own home website. They've got their own tutorials and self-help and a whole bunch of reading material. But I think Google doesn't do it justice just yet. There's actually two really good resources out there for you to learn how to play Flesh and Blood. The first is Talishar. It allows you to play Flesh and Blood online, and it seems to have a better active community than the second resource we're going to be using. However, their tutorial is a YouTube video, which I don't necessarily like. I'd rather use Table, which is the other great resource. So if we go ahead and click on them, you get taken to this home screen. Their features are kind of locked, which is a bit unfortunate. For that reason, I do reckon Talishar is a better online tool to play Flesh and Blood once you get the hang of the game. But we're going to hop into the tutorial here on Table. It's really handy. It is a bit slow, so I think I'm going to play it out and speed it up for you guys.
Hi, I'm Bravo.
Sorry lad, I'll take it from here. Welcome to Flesh and Blood, a head-to-head brawl using everything at your disposal to reduce your opponent's life to zero. Each player assumes the role of a hero, with your life total located in green on your chosen hero card. Don't forget to deck them out with fancy weapons and armor. Weapons, of course, can be used to attack, while armor offers defense and special abilities. Every turn, you start with one action point. This action point is used to play action cards or trigger the action ability on equipment. Let's try something simple. Let's play an action card from your hand. A card's cost is shown in the red circle in the top right hand corner. Go ahead, try playing On Guard. Since it has a cost of 1, you need to pitch another card as a resource. This titanium bubble pitches for 3, as indicated by the filled in red dots in the top left hand corner. Now, go on, play On Guard and pitch the titanium bubble. On Guard is a warrior action that generates an effect. Your next weapon attack gains 3 extra damage. In addition to this effect, it also has Go Again, meaning the action point you spent to play the card is refreshed. Seeing as you have 2 resources left from pitching your bubble, as well as an extra action point generated by Go Again, I think it's time to swing that Dawn Blade of yours. Whenever you attack, you start a combat chain. Every time a player attacks, a new chain is forged, and each player takes turns adding links. First, your opponent will have the option to defend against your attack. Defending is done by sacrificing cards. There are no costs attached to using a card to defend, and its value is shown in the bottom right hand corner next to the shield icon. Additionally, you may use any number of cards to defend. However, it's worth noting that in Flesh and Blood, the draw phase is at the end of your turn, rather than the beginning. It seems Reiner has used 2 cards to defend against your strike. Although he doesn't take any damage, he's now lost the ability to play those cards on his next turn. The next link on the combat chain is yours. In response to Reiner's defense, you may play attack reactions. Your thrust may still be able to hit the mark. Go on, play thrust. You even have 1 resource left from your bubble. Thrust is an attack reaction that adds 3 extra damage to your attack. This means that your attack damage will now be greater than Reiner's defense. The last link is now your opponent's. They have the option to respond to your attack reaction with a defense reaction of their own. Let's see what Reiner's got. Since Reiner has nothing, we can now move on to calculating damage. First, On Guard gave you an attack of 3. Then your Dawn Blade adds another 3. Lastly, you use Thrust, which finally adds another 2, giving you a total damage score of 8. In response, Reiner defended with 2 cards, which total up to 6 defense, meaning you win the combat chain and deal 2 damage to Reiner. Since you have no action points left, it's time to finish your turn. Before ending, you have the opportunity to stash away a card in your arsenal, the zone right underneath your hero. Although this card can no longer be pitched or used to defend, you can still activate its effects on a later turn. So, go on, you might as well save that defense reaction. Now that your turn is over, all the cards you have pitched are returned to the bottom of your deck. Lastly, in Flesh and Blood, you draw cards at the end of your turn back up to the intellect of your hero. Your intellect is 4 as shown next to the blue icon in the bottom left hand corner of your hero card. This means you now have a total of 5 cards to use, 4 in your hand and 1 stashed away for a rainy day. Now, let's see what Reiner does. Looks like he's using Clearing Bellow. You'll find that each hero has a game mechanic tied to their playstyle. Reiner likes to make a fuss, causing you to banish a random card through Intimidate. Don't worry though, it's only gone till the end of your turn. He just likes to make sure you can't defend. Banished cards are placed under your deck, face down, no need to reveal information to your opponent. Next up, Reiner's using Smash Instinct, which has Intimidate again, so another card gone, and a whopping 6 damage. So, a new combat chain has started. Reiner has made an attack, so first off, you can use any cards you want to defend. Remember, the value is shown in the bottom left hand corner next to the shield icon. Next, it's back to your opponent to respond with an attack reaction. Looks like Reiner's all out, which means it's your turn to now use a defense reaction. Time to make use of that arsenal card, Toughen Up. Unlike normal defending, reactions still need to be paid for with resources, so go ahead and pitch your titanium bubble again. Thanks to your defense reaction, your defense now equals Reiner's attack, so you come out unscathed. That's Reiner's turn done, he's out of action points, so you're up, and you even get back the cards that were banished. Boy though, does your hand look empty. Now, remember, you draw at the end of your turn in Flesh and Blood, meaning the hand you use to defend is also the only cards you'll get to attack with. It's an all-out slugfest using everything at your disposal every round. So remember, nothing's settled until you exhaust every resource you have. This is the excitement of Flesh and Blood, the gritty, all-out brawl between one player to the other, making sure to maximize every card you use and pull everything out of your deck. Well, I hope that was a decent enough explanation. Again, I am new to Flesh and Blood in the playing sense, but I gotta say, I'm getting quite enthralled with the mechanics. To be honest, to me, it's a real gritty, in-your-face brawl type of game, and I do very much enjoy this playstyle. If you could think of Magic as, for instance, Solitaire, a slow process of building up your board and setting everything up, well, Flesh and Blood is more like Uno, an almost strategic race to dump your hand and essentially reverse every single action your opponent makes. You gotta block those goddamn draw calls. So, I look very much forward to going on this journey of discovering how to really play and develop the skills to actually, be competitive with Flesh and Blood. There's a lot to still discover about the game, and obviously it's still improving. It's got a great studio behind it, and everything they've shown they're doing and continue to develop are for the player base and for the game's playability. That's all. If you want to watch the rest of the tutorial, go ahead. At this point on, it's pretty much free play, and you just have to throw everything you got at the computer. For a first off brawl, it's really good. It really gives you a sense of the whole everything is expendable, and you just want to sacrifice it all in order to just get a single extra turn, a single extra little bit of life to actually beat out your opponent. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed.